who you slept with in prehistoric times is why you're alive right now? The answer will send shivers down your spine. Were ancient humans actually faithful to one partner? Your own biology holds the secret. Look at the physical differences between men and women. In gorillas, males are twice the size of females, because one dominant male mates with the entire group. In monogamous species, male and female sizes are equal. Humans sit right between those two extremes. Men are roughly 15% heavier than women, taller by about 5%, not by much. What does this difference actually tell us? Our ancestors weren't completely monogamous, but they weren't like gorillas either. They lived in a mixed, complicated system. Now look at testicle size in men. Chimpanzees have enormous testicles relative to body size, because females mate with multiple males in quick succession. Sperm competes fiercely inside the reproductive tract. Gorillas have tiny testicles. Because there's zero sperm competition, humans fall right in the middle. Larger than gorillas, smaller than chimpanzees. That means competition happened occasionally, which means women sometimes mated with multiple men, but not nearly as often as chimpanzees do. Your body recorded all of that history. Every single cell tells an ancient story. Now let's turn to anthropology. Scientists have studied hundreds of human societies. About 80% permit polygyny, but permission doesn't equal practice. In most societies, most couples are actually monogamous. Polygyny is reserved for the wealthy and powerful. They have enough resources to support multiple wives. Most men don't have that privilege. They have only one partner at a time. Hunter-gatherer societies are even more telling. They represent the vast majority of human history. Polygyny rates there are extremely low. Almost everyone follows a monogamous pattern, but not the strict kind we imagine today. It's flexible and changes with circumstances. About 15% of societies are formally monogamous. That's not a small number at all. It appears independently all over the world. So the real question becomes why? Why would monogamy be beneficial? Imagine a society with massive inequality. A few rich men take all the women. The majority of poor men have no wives. They become dangerous to the social order. They fight, cause trouble, and refuse to cooperate. Monogamy solves that problem beautifully. It spreads opportunities more equally among men. It reduces violence and stabilizes society. It increases fatherly investment in children. Society becomes more cooperative and successful. That's how monogamy got naturally selected. But genetic evidence tells a different story. Scientists analyze the Y chromosome. They found one man who lived 5,000 years ago. He has up to 19 million male descendants today. One single man, 19 million grandchildren. That means he had an enormous number of partners, while millions of other men died without children. Reproductive inequality was absolutely massive. Our DNA remembers this very clearly. European Neolithic farming sites confirm it too. Male lineages are far fewer than female ones. When farming started, inequality increased dramatically. Because land and cattle became inheritable, rich men could have multiple wives and many children. But in hunter-gatherer societies, things were more equal. They shared food and didn't accumulate wealth. So nobody could have more wives than anyone else. So what is the actual truth here? Is the monogamous couple a natural instinct? The answer is yes, but not absolute. Every society has the concept of a primary pair, a stable, recognized, committed relationship. It's built on brain chemistry. Oxytocin and vasopressin create attachment bonds. That attachment helps raise children successfully. Couples who stayed together raised better children. So our emotional capacity for love evolved. But at the same time, outside relationships existed. Both men and women had relationships on the side. Not random, but structured in specific ways. These side relationships were often community knowledge. They were semi-accepted rather than completely secret. This happened in most ancient societies. Think about your own jealousy for a moment. Why do we get jealous when partners cheat? Jealousy appears in every culture worldwide. It's an evolved response to protect relationships. Men feel intense jealousy about sexual infidelity because they fear raising another man's children. Women feel intense jealousy about emotional infidelity because they fear losing investment in their children. This difference traces back to prehistoric times. It shows what our ancestors actually faced and how they evolved mechanisms to cope. Women's choice in picking partners was crucial. They weren't passive recipients of male competition. They carefully observed and selected. Women prefer strong, generous men. Men who share food and protect children. In small groups, everyone knows everyone's character. Women had plenty of information to evaluate. This shaped the human mating system profoundly. So there's no simple answer here. Ancient humans had one primary partner. That pair bond was the center of life. It ensured safety and child-rearing success, but there were exceptions and variations. Some people had multiple partners over a lifetime. Some had adventures outside their primary bond. Our system is facultative monogamy, meaning it's flexible and changes with circumstances. Not completely faithful, not completely promiscuous. This explains cultural diversity worldwide, from polygynous Islamic societies to monogamous Europe. All fall within human biological capability. But don't mistake this for total promiscuity. The primary pair bond remains priority one, because it provides enormous evolutionary benefits. Children thrive best with both a mother and father. Group cooperation also improves significantly. So family structure emerged naturally, not imposed by religion or law, but shaped by millions of years of natural selection. We've inherited both tendencies. The tendency to bond and the tendency to seek novelty. Balancing those two drives is genuinely difficult. That's why we still argue about love today. But let's return to Nira and Garrick. Did they stay together for life? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe Nira had another relationship, maybe Garrick did too, but they remained each other's primary partner. They still raised children together. That was enough for humanity to survive. That secret is etched deep in your genes. When you see a couple together, you're seeing millions of years of evolution. And when you see someone cheat, you're also seeing an ancient part of nature. Nothing to be ashamed of or proud of. It's just our biological inheritance. Understanding this helps us be more compassionate. Compassionate with partners and with ourselves, because our ancestors went through the same struggles. They struggled between desire and duty. They invented social rules to manage that, to control those powerful urges, and those rules have changed over time. But the core nature remains the same. We're still complicated social animals, loving, desiring, and committing simultaneously. All in one unified being. Here's the answer to the original question. Ancient humans weren't completely faithful, but they built lasting, meaningful partnerships. That's a harsh and beautiful truth. It reveals human complexity. We are products of a messy past. And there's nothing ugly about that. It's beautiful in its own way. Do you see yourself in this story? Do you think your partner is completely faithful? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Reflect on your ancestors' lives. They endured countless challenges just for you. That deserves real respect and reflection. If this video opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button on the 5-Minute Mentor. Subscribe and turn on the bell to support me. Thank you for being here with the 5-Minute Mentor.